Okay, today I'm making a quick little video. Let me get my center point here. There's about the center. This video is on the Glock 20 15 round magazine, and I got the extensions for my Kriss Vector 10mm. And I decided to make this quick little video on this stuff here, because I had a little bit of a hard time with it. So basically, I already have taken this piece off and put it on here, but so this is the factory. All this stuff right here is all the factory Glock stuff. So obviously that was in there. And so what it doesn't show you or tell you in the instructions, which obviously, like most dudes, I didn't look at the instructions. I just started going for it at first, but then it wasn't like, because I knew in principle how this would work, because I have done one of these before for my SIG P365. I just put from like the I got like the little pinky extender deal on it, and it was like no big deal. But this one was giving me a hassle. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Anyway, so how this differs, and I don't know if most magazines are like this, because I don't have a vast experience with different guns, but I know with my SIG, this wasn't the case, so that's why I'm making the video. Alright, so what happens is, as we all know, this base plate will be on here. Actually, that would be inside there. So that'll be slid over there, and you have these little tabs here and here, and those are the problems when going to remove it. So like even in the instructions here, the Kriss Vector instructions, or the Kriss extension instructions, it just says, oh yeah, depress that, and then it comes out, which is a normal thing. But on these here, because of those two little tabs, you can push this in all you want and it doesn't come out. So what you have to do is get like a little C-clamp, and just a small one. Like, you don't need a big one, just a little tiny one. Actually, probably the smaller the better, to be honest. So what happens is, then you kind of got to do this in order. So you have to kind of finagle it and get it into a spot on something else that'll keep the back end from moving. Because what happens is you need to depress the tab first, because if you try to go and pinch this right here with the little C-clamp first and then press it, well, this isn't going to want to move down because it's bound up in there. So I found that if I press this down in here first, then with my other hand, as I'm holding the pin in there, then you kind of tighten that C-clamp, and you don't have to tighten it much, because obviously you don't want to permanently pinch this enough to where it's a permanent indention. That's obviously no bueno. But you just pinch it enough, and then once you get that pinched enough to where those tabs kind of can come loose, then you can go and pull this piece out. It wasn't the easiest thing to do in the world, and granted, it was my first time doing it. So obviously with most all things in life, the more you do things, the better you get at it, or at least you should. But anyways, yeah, so that's the main thing with this whole extension, is these little tabs here, and you gotta pinch, and you can't pinch them together with your hand. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So a little tiny C-clamp, like even if you just go to Harbor Freight and get like a little tiny C-clamp that can just open up, like, maybe what do you need, 1 inch? So this is a little one, and then you just pinch that enough. So maybe like tighten it a little bit and see if it comes loose, and if it doesn't, then get a little bit more, and then because there's no need to just crank it down and then do it, and you might have put more pressure on this than you actually needed to. So I would suggest to just go a little bit at a time, incremental. So yeah, then you go and you pop this little guy in there, and that goes at the angle to where that's the high angle, and that's in the back. And then let's see, how'd that go again? So get all these lined up. So that goes like that, and then the little lip right there that catches in there. And then you go with that angle like that, and that slides in. And then this like this. Boom, you're done. So pinching that there is really the big issue with it. And then here you go. Now I did notice that the color is slightly different. So I think what it is, this is the newer color, because I have the newer upper, because I have a binary trigger in this upper, and then I have another upper which is the newer one with just the single, you know, the normal trigger, and the color was a little off. It was a little different. So I'm assuming that lighter color would match up with my other upper. But yeah, so there you go. Goes right in there nice and neat. Looks good. Too bad I don't know why Kriss wouldn't just have all the same color because I mean this 10mm didn't even come out until 2010. Excuse me. 2017, I believe. So I don't know why they would have a different color for their flat dark earth. But anyways, it is what it is. You know, I got lucky with my my suppressor. Like that's just its natural color, and it matches up pretty good. So tonight I got through Amazon. I got a 3x magnifier. Also a Holosun. I've really liked all their products so far. You know, like I said in the beginning, it's not like I have a vast experience with weapons and stuff, but I try to do a lot of research beforehand, and you know, get a lot of user input, because you know, companies can claim whatever they want, but if you hear enough information from regular people who use the equipment, you know, enough of consensus that yeah, this thing is good or this thing is bad, you know, then they're probably right. Now you're always going to have some dissenters that are not going to like this or not going to like that, and that's just with everything in life. But the overall average, you know, that's usually pretty reliable. And every time I've got something off of Amazon and it had like 5,000 reviews and it had 4.5 stars, you know what, I was not disappointed. So anyways, yeah, so I got that coming in tonight, and then I have 6 of these total, yeah, oh, and then I added this on, this little, this is like a little inexpensive thing from Walmart. It's this rubber like shock cushion thing, and I believe I got a size medium, and I haven't shot it yet with this on. Not like there's much recoil anyways, but you know, I mean, it is 10mm, you know, and that packs a lot more punch than a 9 or a 45. So you know, you got this little extra that makes it a little bit nicer. You know, some people say, oh, that's overkill, you don't need it. You know what, so what? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's going to help, and so, you know, why not? You know, it's like 15 bucks. Like, if it helps even a little bit, why wouldn't you just buy it and put it on? So anyways, I got the starter in for my Humvee today, so I will be putting that in, and I can start driving that thing around again, and I will be going out and making more videos, and I plan to actually make a very thorough, in-depth video on my Vector with all my stuff, all my little goodies I have for it. Like a real. I'm gonna try my best to do a very thorough video on it, and maybe it'll get a lot of views. We'll see. Anyways, all right, guys, have a good one.